Hi, this is Angela G. from No Longer Lukewarm for Red Hot Christians and Wannabes. These videos are for those of you who like to listen while you're maybe doing something else. For those of you who like to read my blogs, you can find that link in the description box below. So this one is called The Lord Has Good Plans for His Children. God is not impulsive. He doesn't decide things on the spur of the moment, and there's purpose in everything He does. This week, someone at my church mentioned my possible position in the millennial kingdom. It really got me thinking about how God prepared me for my calling in this life and how the things I'm going through now might be preparing me for my position in the next. Then I looked around at my brothers and sisters in Christ and saw that same level of preparation. The Lord has good plans for His children. Jesus let us know how things work. Mark 10:40, "But to sit on my right hand and my left hand is not mine to give, but it shall be given to them for whom it is prepared." In Mark 10:40, Jesus was responding to the two disciples, James and John, who had just asked to sit at His right hand and left hand in the kingdom. It was a bold request, asking for honor and power in the next life. But Jesus was clear. These things wouldn't be decided that day by Jesus, or even at some future time. Positions in God's kingdom had already been determined by God. I don't know about you, but that thought has always thrilled me. God is so purposeful that He already knows ahead of time where His people will be in His kingdom. And we can be sure that we won't be showing up for work with no skills or experience. He will get us ready for our future in eternity the same way He equipped us for our calling on earth. God set me up to teach. When I was a kid, my favorite game of make-believe was school. I was always the teacher. At 11 years old, I was making worksheets for my little sister and her friends and grading them. When I would visit my grandparents' travel agency, I would sit behind an available desk arranging office supplies and wondering if one day I would have a desk of my own. In high school, I got involved in a program to learn office skills and apply them in a part-time job. I learned how to file and type and use them daily at a local business. When I got to college, my typing skills led me to work part-time at a print shop doing typesetting until a friend got me a job as a word processor with an aerospace company. God wasn't ready for me to be a teacher just yet, so I got a degree in marketing. After college, I couldn't find a job in my major, so again fell back on typesetting with another printing company. Through those 3 jobs, I learned to be comfortable with a variety of computer programs and gained skills in design. I use these today in lesson preparation. In all, I only worked 1 year after college before I quit to stay at home with my children for about 10 years. While home, I worked church daycares that allowed me to bring my kids with me. Later, that would lead me to feel comfortable enough to try substitute teaching in an elementary school and then in junior high. Finally, the confidence I had gained led me to try subbing at the high school level, which had better hours for me. After just a few days, I had this massive feeling of being home. Within 2 months, I was back in college to get the rest of the credits I would need to teach high school. This was my calling. God's hand is on our lives. Now that I see the whole picture, I realize that I was built to teach. I had the personality, desire, and temperament from the beginning. The jobs and experiences God led me through purposefully set me up to be successful. Of course, God took me the long way around through another major and time at home with my children, but that just meant that I started my first day of teaching in my middle 30s, fully equipped for the job I would get, the job He gave me in His timing. When you look back over your life, do you see God's hand? Do you see how the desires and talents you have always had play into your calling? Do you see His leading and preparation to give you just what you need to do the job He has for you on earth? The Lord has good plans for us. Matthew 25:21. The Lord said unto him, "Well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of the Lord." Now think about what you're going through at this moment. What might He be preparing you for in the future? Think about the lessons He is teaching you and the ways He's stretching you, forcing you out of your comfort zone. We all have tests and trials in this life, and Jesus is with us through them all. We learn lesson after lesson through problems and solutions. Of course, we're all facing vastly different things. Why do some people experience more sickness and pain? Why are others required to make great earthly sacrifices for the kingdom? How do our finances play into things? Some Christians struggle just to make ends meet. Others have an abundance to share and bless others. Some Christians have one focus in ministry that they perform very well. Others are called to a variety of ministries. Some face public persecution and take damage to follow Jesus. Others seem to sneak in under the radar to the darkest places to shine God's light. There will be many positions in God's eternal kingdom, and each one will need a different set of skills. Some may require more compassion, some more drive or perseverance, and others more diplomacy. We don't know exactly what jobs will be available yet, but we do know that God wastes nothing. Romans 8:28 says, "And we know that all things work together for good to them that love God, to them who are the called according to his purpose." Our unique circumstances and experiences in this life will get us ready to serve God in the millennial kingdom and beyond. Be encouraged. 1 Corinthians 2:9. But as it is written, eye hath not seen, nor ear heard, neither have entered into the heart of man the things which God hath prepared for them that love him. Like you, I can't even imagine the position God might have for me in the future, but I do know that my job will be perfect for me, and I will be perfectly prepared for it. It gives me great encouragement to know that the lessons and trials I'm facing now have a purpose, and that God has good plans for me. And that's the name of the song that inspired me as the title of the blog, and I'll include that song in the description as well.